Once again, DJ from the Temple Music Academy, and here we go with Chord Family number 2. Now, I love Chord Family number 2, as I've nicknamed it, because it uses some of the most complex sounding chords, but they're easier to play than the chords in Family 1, but it can make you sound really smart, like you really know what you're doing. And if you're anything like me, you're pro at faking it. Wait a minute. Anyway, the 4 chords in Family number 2 are these. We have a C add 9, sounds like this, and we got a G chord. We have a D sus4, looks and sounds like this, and we got an E minor 7. So C add 9, a D sus4, E minor 7, these sound fancy, they must be difficult. No. I take these 2 fingers, I lock them up on the high E string and the high B string together just like so on fret 3. They're locked and I leave them there the whole time. All 4 chords that we do, these guys are never gonna move. They just stay there all day, just strumming around, loving life. Let's start with that C add 9 chord. It goes here on the D string, which is fret 2, and my middle finger is going to go on the A string, fret 3. And I push real hard on the tips of my fingers, and because this shares the name of another C chord in Family 1, which you haven't watched, look at that video, this is a 5-string chord. There. Strum that a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Moves to the G chord. These guys just go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Now just finger 1 is going to go to the G string by himself on fret 2. Becomes a 4-string chord. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3. And then an E minor chord like you probably have already seen somewhere on the internet. 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3. Now just practice with the same strum pattern from Family 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Switch around and C. And switch it. And switch it. Switch it. So when I play a chord, a cool school of thought to just have on any chord that I have is it's going to have 2 kind of functions or creation points. So it's going to have a bass, which is the lowest sounding kind of register of the chord, and then it's going to have what I've nicknamed the melody, the higher registers and the mid-range registers of this chord. Let's break the order up. Let's do a D chord. So the D sus4 that looks like this, it's a 4-string chord, which means that my bass is my 4-string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or hey, the D string. So I have my bass, and then the rest of the strings that I play become my melody. Let's switch to the C add 9 chord. That's gonna be right here. Now again, it's a 5-string chord, so my bass is down here. There's my bass. And my melody at the end. Bass, bass. Bass, bass, and then I'm going to go to my G chord, which ends up going bass, bass, and a bass, 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 bass. Now without getting too over dramatic with my picking hand and keeping it in a good playing position, I'm just going to cycle through the chords. Each one gets once, except that that G chord, let's do it twice. So I'm on the D sus4, bass, bass, strum. Let's switch chords to that C add 9, bass, bass, strum. And then we go to the G chord, bass, bass, strum. But I want to do him again because he's lonely. Bass, bass, strum. Wow, that sounds familiar. Bass, bass, strum. Bass, bass, strum. Bass, bass, strum. Bass, bass, strum. When I say strum, it's because it's a 1-syllable word. To say melody at a high speed is a little difficult. So I don't want to go bass, bass, melody. Bass, bass, melody. Multi-syllable words. And I'm lazy. Don't judge me. Bass, bass, strum, 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 bass, bass, strum. Temple Music Academy. Maybe don't use that. I don't want to get sued. That kind of gives you the melody of what's obviously Sweet Home Alabama by Lynyrd Skynyrd. So that's really cool. Let's take it a step further. If I know all my string names, E, A, D, G, B, E, or around these parts we go Edward and David go buy eggs. I can find where the B string is. Hey, there it is. And I can find where the G string is. Hey, there there it is. And I'm gonna put the same chords on, D sus4, C add 9, and 2 Gs. Take the chord, bass, bass, then the B string and the G string. Oh, bass, 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 bass. I'm gonna change chords, bass, 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 and I'm gonna change chords again, bass, 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 bass. Check this out, bass, bass. Oh yeah. Sounds just like it. And the final stage is to combine the strumming with this individual string picking thing and change it at my leisure. I get to have a lot of fun. Let's start with that individual. Bass, bass, BG, bass, 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 bass. Going into the strums now. Here we go, strums. You have a lot of fun. Sweet Home Alabama. Watch it go.